Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Scherbel Siblings podcast.
Everyone's cheering for us.
That's you.
Those are our two viewers. Thank you, Manna and Lily.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Haley, your number one co-host.
When did we assign numbers?
Considering I paid for all the equipment in this little studio today, I think I get number one.
But I'm bringing the looks. And sometimes that's it.
We're both pretty hot. I don't think that's fair.
Well, I didn't say you weren't hot. I was just saying that
You're
I'm
hotter. Okay. I'm Haley. This is Joe.
Hi.
We are siblings, Scherbel siblings. Our last name is Scherbel. Don't stalk us, you fucking weirdos.
Yep.
But we've been wanting to start a podcast, like conceptualizing it, having this idea, wanting to do it for like over a year.
Long time.
Yeah. But we used to live hours away. I moved away for college. Sorry.
To like the worst, ugly, grossest, nastiest, smelliest town to ever exist.
Oh my God. Okay. But they gave me a free ride tuition and I have no student debt. So I'll take it. Yeah, so we lived far away for that. And so we were like, okay, when you move back, we'll start it. And, you know, had some bumps in the road, but we made it and we're here.
Also, it was like winter, and like winter for me, I'm like, you're not going to see me for like 3 months. Like, I will literally be in my room.
Well, and this was a crazy winter. It's funny because when I moved, they were like, everyone was like, oh, you're down in St. George with no snow. Like, I bet you're loving that. But it's been pretty warm up here too. Like, we haven't gotten snow. Everyone was complaining about how there was no snow. And then the year I moved back, I'm like, oh, it probably will be pretty warm. Probably not that much snow. We had like fucking like 7
Climate
snow
change.
yeah, it's a fucking mess out here. But yeah,
it's sunny
winter
today.
But it's like warm. We're really getting the spring. I feel like spring is finally arriving. So we're mentally doing well. We're both like looking good, and we're just ready to start this podcast.
Yeah, we're ready to slay it, ready to share our opinions. I mean, my opinions matter the most. So take most of this podcast, listen to what I'm saying first, and then you can listen to what Haley's saying if there's a good point here.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to let you have that because if you listen to what Joe says and you end up in a shitty situation, you can come for him. Don't listen to anything I say. Don't listen to a single thing I say. Everything I say is a fucking joke. Okay? So I actually don't subscribe to that. You can listen to Joe first. But if I give advice, you should do it.
Yeah,
but
you probably actually should take it.
But if you take it and something goes wrong, like that's still on you, babe.
Yeah, everything we're saying is a lie.
Yeah.
None of it's true.
Nothing. But also, everything is true. It's whatever you want it to be, babe. So yeah, today actually for our first episode, we thought since we just are so qualified to give advice that's what we would do. So we're going to be doing that at some point today, but I figure for now, like we'll just chat.
Yeah, like what's going on pop culturally? It's Coachella right now.
Yeah, we're filming this during Coachella weekend, and I don't give a fuck.
No, because here's the thing is this year, I mean, like I would love to go see Bjork and Frank Ocean, but I don't know. I just feel like Coachella's dying. Like it's not this whole, I don't know. It's dying for sure. I think last year's Coachella was insane with like all the drama of that one party that happened.
With
I don't even
who?
remember. It was like a other Coachella party that was influencers, and I remember like the bus like couldn't hold everybody, and it was like insane. I
feel like just Coachella's been slowly dying each year. I feel like because of influencer culture, it just became like when it was at its peak, it was cool because it was like, oh, it was really about the fashion, but now it's like every influencer for every brand is going. Every brand has a fucking little party. Everything's basic. Like every outfit has been done before. Like all the really cool outfits have already been done. It's not. So it's just, who cares?
Well, and it's just like those, like the outfits they're wearing. I love a good outfit moment, but it's not realistic when you're in the desert in a festival.
Yeah, at a fucking music festival.
No, I
I
can't even stand a festival in like a t-shirt and jeans. Like we have this festival here in Salt Lake. I'm going again this year, but it's like music festivals are just so much because it's like there's so many artists, so much to do. The crowds are so big. It's hot. Like I don't know. Like
I don't know though, because I did go to Day in Vegas and I loved it. Like that was it was perfect, but like it was like cool like weather. It wasn't super hot yet. It was in like the fall.
Yeah.
And I loved that, but if I was going and I had to like dress up and be hot and take pictures and like, it's just like fuck off. But now everyone's, what's funny is now everyone's trying to do the Hailey Bieber jeans and a tank top, like act like they're not trying at all. I'm like, y'all are still 2 years late to that, but
no, literally.
Yeah, Coachella's dead. Who cares? Why are we still talking about it, honestly?
I know, like literally Frank Ocean probably, like if
That's probably
Frank
the coolest
Ocean
aspect.
can't even fully save Coachella,
Nothing
it's never
can.
going to be saved.
Never.
And like Beyonce's going on tour. It's like why would you waste your money on Coachella tickets when you could just go see Beyonce?
And that is on fucking what? Period. Yeah, you can say thank you to me because the only reason you're going to Beyonce is because I got that pre-sale code and I hooked you up.
True. I still owe her for like part of my ticket. So
do you?
Thank you. Yeah, I paid you like for the ticket, but not for the fees.
Oh.
You probably could have
gotten away.
All of it.
Yeah, I'm too late now, bitch.
I paid for the flight there. I paid for the hotel too.
None of that shit's booked. So
yeah, and also whatever.
But yeah, we are going to Beyonce in August. Thank fucking God. I mean, Renaissance literally changed my life. So I can't wait for that. But yeah, Coachella's dead. Moral of the story.
Bye, Coachella. R.I.P.
You know
to you.
what else is going on
attend
though?
your funeral.
The Taylor and Joseph thing.
See, yeah.
It's like, yes, that is happening.
It's like,
how do you feel about it?
I don't
You're
think
not qualified
enough to give a full opinion.
Joe's not a full Swiftie.
I'm not like a full Swiftie. I enjoy
Swiftie.
a lot of her music, but I'm not I would never identify as a Swiftie.
Yeah, see, I do because I feel like, but I'm the target audience. Everyone's saying they're broken up. I don't know. But she said something like on stage, like last night in the show, before she started playing songs from Lover, which is the Love album all about Joe. She was like, just like talking, doing whatever fucking artists do. And she said something like, these are songs that like I wrote and felt true to me at one time. That, and other people like, you're taking it out of context. I don't know. So I didn't see the full like speech, so I don't know. But like I was a little bit like,
well, also I think that because my friend was talking about this, and I'm pretty sure she's like switched up her set list too, and like taken.
She switches it up every night though.
But there was like, I think the song, I don't know for sure, I could be wrong, but I think it's like the invisible string or something. Isn't that like literally about them? And I think she doesn't play that anymore.
Love Invisible.
At least I knew the title. Like that, I should get points.
Yeah,
for that.
honestly, you do. You do get points for that.
Thank you.
We need to educate you. I have been saying to John, like, we need to like either drink a bottle of wine or take an edible and like listen to folklore one night. And
which I didn't realize how much of folklore I actually knew. Like I was like listening to it, and I was like, oh, I know like half these songs.
Folklore and Evermore are her best albums. Don't even. Yeah, we need to like sit and deep dive through it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that like I was living for Taylor because like I really like 1989 and I love Reputation.
Yeah.
And then I listened to Midnights when it came out, and I like there was some bops, there was some moments like
Midnights. I don't know.
It just rip off Melodrama. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay,
I don't know
Jack
if I
Antonoff did both, and the music sounds the exact same as Melodrama. Like I wish she had a different sound.
I will say that there are a lot of like when I was listening that I was like, oh, this does remind me of certain Melodrama tracks. But I think as an entire project, Midnights and Melodrama would never be even in the same. I
shouldn't have said that.
Like,
the girls are gonna come for me. Like, oh god.
I love Taylor, but Midnights is really not her. Like the thing that sucks is like there are
Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda.
Woulda, Coulda,
so
Shoulda.
Good.
The Great War, Anti-Hero.
I don't know that one. I know Anti-Hero. I don't really.
Anyway, that's actually disrespectful. But like, do your homework. Get back to me next pod episode with the Great War review. But
I have too much other music to listen to.
But I think like the thing with Midnights is like there were certain songs that are like so good, like best of the best, really, really top of her discography as a whole. But like as a whole project, there are a lot of skips for me, and I'm not gonna lie, there are. And I don't think it's as cohesive as other, like 1989, Lover, Reputation. They're like folklore. They're all really cohesive albums. Midnight's goes like all over the place. It's whiplash going from like Lavender Haze to fucking You're on Your Own, Kid, I'm Crying. And then we're back to like Snow on the Beach. Like none of the songs, I don't know. It doesn't like fit for me very as well. But whatever. I love Taylor. Love my girlie. Wish her the best. Hope she's doing good either way. But if they are broken up, the fucking music we're gonna get.
Yeah, new album. Also, then we get the whole breakup story in the documentary that they'll probably make.
What if she like won't like? What if this is the first time that she like is like, I'm not gonna like.
But she could have her like Katy Perry like. Part of me is that the name of the movie.
Oh, the Katy Perry divorce like 5 minutes before stage.
Literally moment. I'm like, girl, it's your moment. Have it. Like
I love that. I mean, I don't love that for Katy Perry, but like the fact that she still like was like
Yeah.
I'm going out there and I'm putting on a fucking show,
Yeah,
bitch.
bad bitch.
My husband just left me over text. Fuck you, Russell Brand, first of all. But like, yeah, my husband just left me over text. I'm gonna go out there and fucking twerk. Like, I'm gonna go out there and put on a fucking show. Good for you, Katy Perry.
Yeah, live for you, girl.
Girl boss.
Swish, swish, bish.
Swish, swish. But I like that song.
I do too. And Nicki's verse in that is so
I
good.
unironically fucking love that song.
I don't even think that you need to like it ironically. Like, I think at this point it's a classic.
It's respected enough.
Yeah, it's good. I live for swish, swish, bish.
Me too. Swish, swish. Anyway, what else is going on in pop culture? Anything? Don't say fucking Hailey Bieber, Selena. That's kind of over.
Selena.
Oh, shut up.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, like, get a job.
We don't even need to discuss
Get
it.
a hobby.
That's the dumbest drama of the whole entire world. Like,
Literally, I agree.
I saw this post that was like, it was like Selena in this black tank top, and then she's going like this. And Hailey Bieber in a black tank top doing the same pose. And they're like, you think this is a coincidence? I'm like, that is like a normal freaking pose and a black tank top that anyone would wear. Like,
that's the thing I think about.
I can't.
This is why I'm glad I'm not like a celebrity, because I would actually lose my fucking mind if I posted like a TikTok with my friends to like a random trending audio and people like read it as if I was trying to start beef with like fucking like Amy Adams. Like, I would literally, what if they just wanted to lip sync to a fucking audio? Like, having to think about everything you post, like, how are people gonna take this? Get a hobby. That's what I feel about it.
Yeah, literally. It's just, people are crazy.
Yep.
But not us. We're perfect. So don't worry.
Exactly.
Just know that you're getting the perfect opinions on this podcast.
Okay. Right. What he said.
I wrote in my phone notes some things that like has been going on.
Oh, you did? Things to talk about. He came prepared. I'm shocked but also so proud of you.
Well, like none of them were like really important thoughts.
Okay, let's hear them.
One thing that I only want to say one of them right now. This is a trend that I've been seeing that I think that all the celebs and the girls are going to regret.
What?
Buccal fat removal.
Oh, where they do like
right here. So I think sometimes it looks good, but have you seen
basically? Oh, sorry. So for audio listeners, it's when you like your cheekbones, your jawline, they really just suck the fat.
This fat right here
on your cheek.
And have you seen that picture? I think Leah Michelle, right? Can't read. Yes.
I love how you say can't read as if it's her last name. Leah Michelle can't read.
But like, I'm just like.
Yes, I've seen the photos of her.
It looks bad. Like,
have you seen the Liam Payne? Oh my God. Like, can't tell if these photos were photoshopped or edited, but there was like, they're going around saying that Liam Payne got it. The buccal, what is it? Fucking
I thought it was buckle. I don't know.
Buckle?
What if it is that and I'm saying it wrong? I don't know.
Buckle.
I'm not positive.
Bugatti fat removal. Like, I don't know, whatever. They were saying that maybe he got it, but because the photos, like they had like an old photo of him, like One Direction days, and then on this red carpet. And I could not tell if it could have been edited. I don't know, but he looked fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I agree. Like, it is kind of like hot and fun to have like a nice little jawline, but like,
I'm honestly like, if that's how you want to look, go for it.
I agree. If you want to have like huge balloon lips, live your fucking life.
Yeah, my issue is like when people lie about it. Then they'll be like, no, I don't have lip filler. No, I didn't get buccal fat removal. I'm like, no, you literally did. We can all like see it. Like your face doesn't.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
that.
these are my natural lashes.
No, literally. Like that's the thing is,
just be
I don't
honest
care
about
if you
it.
do it. I mean, I can just say that the buccal fat removal, it just looks unnatural. Like if you're going for a not natural look, then slay. If you're going for a natural look, like it's a little much. But like, yeah, like do what you want to do. Just be honest about it.
But also, like, I think I saw somewhere that like this is a pretty new surgery, and which I could just be pulling this out of my house. Yeah, like a new procedure, and it's like, so we don't even know how the results are gonna be in X amount of years.
Well, and I think that's the whole thing is like, like models on a runway, obviously they like suck in their cheeks and they do that, but it's for a runway. It's not for like day-to-day lifetime. And it's like no one's face, like in like pictures they'll do it, like like people will do that for like their Insta, but it's like no one looks like that in real life. But when you look like that in real life, it's kind of just intense.
Yeah,
like if I walked around like this,
it's the same as
it looks scary. Like
it's the same as like, I remember when Kylie Jenner had her like matte black like Land Rover or whatever, and I was like, oh my God, that's so gorgeous on Instagram. You see any matte black car driving around, it looks tacky and cheap and bad. It never looks good. It's one of those things that just like only looks good on Instagram, like in photos. Like in person, it's just kind of like
Did you ever see Joey Graceffa's like glittery black chrome Tesla?
No, but I kind of live for that.
Miss Joey Graceffa,
I
where
love
you
Joey.
at? Where is he? Like, what's he doing?
I don't know.
Him and Daniel broke up, but I think they still hang out like hella all the
They're
time.
healthy exes. Love that.
Good
And
for
today
them.
we're going to give y'all advice to teach you how to be
True.
healthy.
Great transition.
Yeah. Do you want to start with the advice?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, let's do it. So you can email us, by the way, at scherbelsiblings@gmail.com if you have any dilemmas, friendship, relationship, sex, life, you want advice, you want us to tell you what you should do and help fix your life, free therapy.
The rule
email
is
us.
you have to listen to the advice we give and you have to do
Okay,
it.
no. No.
You are required to, and you have to send us proof in 3 to 5 business days or we're coming for you.
No, we're not. Okay, cool. So today's relationship advice, but we're going to do like all types: platonic relationships, romantic, friends with like purely sexual
Yes,
relationships.
yes.
Like we're going to go all across the board.
And this is like because I've never been in like an actual real romantic relationship, but I like to take my friendships and I like my like strong friendships I see as relationships because they are like, like it's a mutual relationship. You benefit off each other. It's just platonic.
You love each other. There's just not sex.
Yeah, we're not
involved.
having sex and kissing. Like that's really the difference. And like I think any like family relationships, anything, you need to like work towards it. So while I may have not been in a relationship, I've watched a lot of friends go through many. And also, yeah, I've been in I'd say I've been in relationships just platonically.
And I'm a relationship girly. Like I am in nothing but long-term committed relationships. So I got you on that front, but I've never had like hookups.
Which I have.
So it's like we can like,
Yeah, we'll
give different
you every
perspectives.
angle.
Yeah. And we might disagree on our advice. Like I might tell you to do one thing and Joe might be like, do this. So we'll see.
And
It'll
then
be
we
interesting.
come back to what I said in the beginning of the podcast where you listen to my advice first.
If you want to add to the plot, if you want to fix the problem, probably
if you
listen
want
to me.
more storyline, listen to me.
Yeah. Okay. I am in a friends with benefits with my ex, but I'm starting to feel used again. Again is a key word there.
Yeah.
Again, babe. Should I break it off entirely? 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Like I just think like if you are like going back with your ex because you guys have like healed and worked on stuff and actually gonna
I've
go together,
done that.
yes, it works, it slays. But if you're just gonna like now use it
like
to,
they
hook
just
up,
said friends with benefits.
yeah, then it's like no, it's just gonna be unhealthy and toxic. Like
If you can both agree this is just sex, then it's fine. But like obviously when you're saying I'm feeling used, then it's not just sex for you, babe.
exactly.
Like break it off.
You have to be honest to yourself. Like I think when a lot of people are in a relationship, it's like hard for them to like be honest with themselves sometimes. Like if it's not actually benefiting you, and like if it's just sex and you want to just be okay with it being just sex, but if you're not, break it off.
Yeah.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, I think you break it off, babe. Go have a friends with benefits that you didn't have a romantic relationship or connection to. It'll be a lot easier for you.
Go find someone on Tinder.
Or just get a fucking vibrator. Do we need friends with benefits? Let's be so serious.
No, literally.
You really don't need it. Unless it's really working for you. But if it's not healthy and you're feeling used, you're not feeling good about it. But that's not fair to your ex. Like, it's not fair to your ex to feel like, I'm being used when you agreed on a friends with benefits relationship. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
the whole
I guess-
point of a friends with benefits relationship is you're using each other for sex.
There's that whole other step where it's like, have you guys had like a deep conversation about like
have
what
you
you
set
are
the boundaries?
expecting? Like,
Yep.
because if that's not happened, then I don't even know what to tell you.
I just cut them off. Get another friends with benefits and start from scratch. Set your boundaries. Be honest about what you want so you don't feel used because you're not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
1000%.
Okay, this goes back to what we were talking about with you. Maybe you could shed some light on this. I'm 20 years old and I've never been in a relationship. Advice on late blooming relationships.
Okay, I can only give advice on this because I think I'm kind of a different type of person. Like I'm not someone I've witnessed through friends, people who are like so long for a relationship and like that's what they want. That's what they think is going to make them happy. I'm not like that. I'm like, I know my worth and I know that like if someone's not like hot and also likes the things I like and is also a good person, like I'm not interested. Like unless they're like, I don't know, like I just am not someone who's like, I'm gonna settle for someone. So I've really also, since I've never been in a relationship, I don't feel like I need one. Like I get enough love and stuff out of my friendships and stuff. The whole dating aspect is so scary. And that's a whole nother thing.
Dating sucks. Dating's a fucking worse.
No, and I can't flirt for shit. Like
Really?
I can't, like it will come naturally at times, but typically if I actually like want to flirt, I just get stressed out and like I never even talk to somebody.
Yeah, dating is stressful, flirting is stressful, all of it's stressful. So if you're just not ready for a relationship for whatever reason, basically, yeah, do what Joe's doing. Redefine what's important in your life. Realize a relationship is not that important. Like you can find happiness and you can find connection with friendships, with roommates, with family. Like obviously romantically and sexually it does suck to like not have those things, but sexually like you can figure out ways to satisfy yourself. You go hook up with people. I don't know how you feel about but like they're just like redirect your focus. Exactly. There's nothing, let me say this. There's nothing. I'm making direct eye contact with the YouTube viewers. If you're on Spotify, come watch us over on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, go over to Spotify, rate us 5 stars. Like whatever you're doing right now, do the opposite after you're done.
Play both play both at the same time. Like listen on Spotify and then watch on YouTube. So we get both views.
Yeah, like help support.
But
support your local queer podcast. There's nothing wrong with not being in a relationship or like not losing your virginity by a certain age, whatever. Like it doesn't matter if you have your first relationship when you're 10 or you're fucking 70. Like everyone does everything at their own pace and you just got to remember that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is also where I don't know the gender or sexual orientation of this person, but for where I'm at and where I live in like the queer community, and I think just like, you know, gays in general, like people always say it's like very hookup culture. Yeah. And I think that like, while it's the unfortunate thing, I'm learning like basically like how to have sex through these random ass hookups. And I kind of like go into it like where I'm like, okay, like whatever, like even if this is like this random ass person, like I'm never gonna see him again, like I'm just gonna learn how to do it. That's not there for everybody. And
yeah,
like,
see, that's not at all my experience. That sounds terrifying to me.
See, because for me, sex is something that it's like just so, I don't know, like I just see it kind of casually. Like I don't see it as like this huge endeavor, but other people do. And so it's like it really varies on person to person how you're gonna react with it. But I would say like if you're 20, I'm 20, I've never been in a relationship. We grew up in Utah where like people are getting like from high school, like people are graduating like
people get married,
having children, like
18 years old, like just graduated high school, going straight to the fucking wedding aisle and having a baby, which is fine. If that's your journey, babe, that's your journey, you know, but don't feel pressured because of what everyone else around you is doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you just have to figure out what works for you now, what works for you now. And then also like, if you really do want to date, it's going to be awkward and it's going to be scary, but you got to put yourself out there.
Yep. 100%. If you want to date, you do unfortunately have to fucking put yourself out there. And if you don't want to do that through dating apps, you need to go find like hangouts, spots. Like if you like painting, go find a fucking paint
because then you'll find a paint
place.
boyfriend.
And then you have to go. If you like, I like reading. Go to the bookstores, look around, like talk to random people. You know, put yourself out there. Either way. But yeah, okay. This one kind of is like piggybacking off that, so we might not have much more to add, but it says, I feel like I'm missing out on my younger years because I don't have an active sex life like my friends do. This past year I've had 0 sex because hardly anyone attracts me. Is something wrong with me? No.
Not at all. No,
babe,
no.
I have had sex with one person, my boyfriend of going on 8 years. So I never had like a really active sex life either. My friends are out like hooking up with people, you know, having stories, but like again, everyone's journey is different. And I'm not really, hookup culture is so messy and it's a lot of work. So honestly, like you're probably better off. Like you have less shit to stress about.
No, literally. And like honestly,
as long as you're feeling sexually satisfied with your, you know, like you can keep yourself satisfied, then who cares if your friends are having more sex than you? You're not missing out on your, like no one said your younger years have to be filled with sex.
And I feel like sex, like in a hookup culture sense, is really like romanticized as this like fun, amazing,
cool thing.
But really, like half the time I leave it and I'm just kind of like, I don't really know why I did that.
Yeah.
I was just horny in the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
post-nut clarity.
Exactly. So it's like, I just think like, no, you're not really missing out that much. And like, yeah, find other ways to enjoy yourself. But like, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Very normal. Very
normal, babe. Nothing's wrong with you. If people aren't sexually attracting you, there's probably something wrong with them.
Well, and also if like, yeah, you're not attracted, like, you know, there's different types of people. Like some people just get attracted to like whatever. Sometimes you have to like know someone to like have that attraction too. Like, so I don't know. There could be a lot of numerous reasons why I wouldn't stress about it. You'll learn more about yourself as you like try things out and live. I don't know.
Yep. Okay, this next one is kind of juicy. This one's like a full, we got the tea, and this is my favorite.
Yes.
Like, I want to give a little special star sticker to this viewer who sent in, because I want the tea and the details. Like, if you're going to send in, give us your full dilemmas. Obviously, they're going to be anonymous, babe. I'm not going to like out you on the internet, but give us the details. So it says, hi, okay, this may be TMI, but you know it's going to be good when it starts with this may be too much, but
never too much.
Yeah, never enough, you know.
Never too much, never too much.
I had sex with my guy best friend of many years a couple of days ago, and now I feel like he's in love with me. Since then, he's been really clingy and constantly trying to hook up with me, even though I told him I don't want to, and it makes me uncomfortable. I feel guilty because I think he already kind of liked me and I kind of led him on. Although he was the one who initiated it and was quite insistent since I didn't want to at first. But mind you, we didn't just have sex together. We then showered together afterwards, slept in the same bed, and kissed again in the morning. Girl, it sounds like you don't know how to say no, which is a problem. She said, I didn't want to have sex with him at first either, but then he kind of convinced me. And then also we wound up cuddling, making out, buying a stroller, getting pregnant, like buying a house. Oopsies. Like,
but also I feel like I've done that with, like, I've hooked up with people and then like literally like done that same thing. Like, I don't know. I love, this is like totally deep off topic, but I love a good shower before sex together. Like, I'm like, we both get clean. I can make sure that this person's clean because like, you never know.
Yeah.
But that's a different topic. But I don't know. Like,
How
I
do you
would say,
feel?
yeah, like as long as you are now being very clear and not leading him on, I think post situation, the situation itself, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, you already fucking did it. You probably shouldn't have done
Yeah.
it, but you already did it, and that's fine. And
I
it
don't
sounds
feel
like
shame for that.
no,
Like, we're not coming
because
for
it
you,
also
but-
sounds like this guy has a problem with hearing no, though. Like, it sounds like they just keep like, is that really a friend you want to have? First of
Yeah,
all,
someone's
consent.
pressuring
Like,
you into
no means
that.
no the first time. Seriously, but you know, you felt pressured, stuff happened, and then it went real romantic, and now he's like in love with you. I would just be honest and be like, hey, that happened. It probably shouldn't have happened the way it happened, but I'm still like, I'm not interested. We're just friends. Lay the fucking law down.
Yeah, and it's like eventually he
And if
either
he's-
is gonna take the hint, or if not, you need to like
Cut him off.
separate yourself.
Yeah. If you lay the law down and you're like, this is the boundary I'm setting, like, it happened that one time, that's it. Apologize, repent, move on. And then he still keeps bothering you, then just cut him off
Yeah,
completely.
and people are so like, people get so scared to set a boundary. It's like, no, like
No.
that is your right. Like, that's what makes a relationship or friendship or whatever
Yep.
thrive.
Yep.
Set your boundary and like make it clear. And then if someone keeps coming after your like not like crossing that boundary, then it's time
Come
to
to the curb.
like bye.
Yep. Because
See ya.
that's literally the most important advice I could have for anyone. If you want to have healthy friendships, healthy relationships, healthy family, like, know how to set boundaries for yourself. Respect yourself enough to set boundaries.
Exactly. Literally.
It's like RuPaul said,
If you can't love this yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else?
can I get an amen?
Woo!
We get like copyright, like we get sued.
RuPaul would sue us for the
Okay.
and we go, okay, oil fracker.
Oh God.
How's the oil biz? We're coming for you, RuPaul. I'm just kidding. Live for
Yeah.
RuPaul. Don't want to ruin my chances of eventually being on RuPaul's Drag Race season 25.
That's it. Like, you just ruined that. That's it.
Wow presents plus. Love you, girl.
I feel like you're allowed to be shady towards Ru after you're on the show, but
Yeah, not
before you just
during.
gotta, like really.
I'm like Michelle Visage. I would ride her man penis.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
I love
Next.
Michelle Visage. Michelle Visage is my favorite judge on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay. This one is shifting away from romantic relationships.
Okay.
How to deal with toxic high school friendships.
Leave. Are you still in high school, or is this like post high school? Like,
I'm
are you-
assuming still in high school.
Ooh,
Because if
then
you're
it's
still dealing
tricky.
with shit post high school, like, because that's okay, but that's important. These are high school friendships, babe. When you graduate, you will not be friends with these people.
No, and
people want to like every high schooler ever. You hear the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, Cindy, we've literally been friends for every year. I have lunch with her every day. We go to all the assemblies together. We're gonna be friends forever. We're gonna be different. No, you're
Literally.
fucking not. Well, okay. Some of you might, but majority of you, no, you're not. You're going to meet new people outside of school. Your friends are like from high school are going to change. They're going to get married. They're going to have kids. They're going to find jobs. They're going to like move. They're going to figure out their lives, and they're going to turn into completely different people because none of us are who we were in fucking high school. Okay. And that's okay.
Literally.
So what you need to know right now is this is temporary. that's a good thing. If you have toxic high school friends, it's temporary, babe. But if you're in, like, let's say you're still a freshman, you're still, you're not close to graduating. What do you do with your toxic friends?
Well, also, just before I get into that, I want to also add that, like, that's how I was with my friends from high school. Like, we were all like friends and like best friends, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with these people all the time. And
yeah, you were in the delusion. I remember, because I remember you saying that, and I was just sitting there, like, in my head.
Yep. And I do not talk to one of them again. Like, I have my like best friends that like from high school that like,
yeah, you do have people, friends
my
from
true
school.
homies, my real people that like our relationship has just grown outside of that. But it's like, I would not sit here and like worry about it.
Yeah, like I'm still friends with like 1 or 2 people from high school that I'll like see every few, like once in a while, catch up with. Like, you do have your like ride or die, but like your entire group, especially these toxic people, you're not going to need to deal with them after high school. So it's temporary.
In high school though,
if you're in it, like, find other friends. I don't know, like, eat with other people at lunch. Like, just,
it also like depends on like, are you at the end of your senior year, or like, are you like
there's not,
like
see, this is what I mean. This is
there's
why
not enough context.
This is why we need the context. But in general, what are your tips?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like,
for one size fits all.
It depends on the level of toxicity, because I think like high school drama is just going to be high school drama, and that's just how it is. If it's like a bearable drama, honestly, I would say like deal with it and get through high school and have fun moments with high school. Because like, I think that like my senior year of high school, I very much let everyone's toxicity like really impact me, and got like hella upset about everything, and then it ruined my senior year. Whereas low key, like, this is kind of controversial, you don't have to agree with me, but my junior year I was kind of like ignorant to it.
You just ignored their toxic behaviors,
like not like insane ones, not like if it was like intensely bad, like it was like really bad, yeah, sure. But like, I feel like I would try to, like, not, I don't know, I feel like I self-sabotage myself a lot, because like someone will say something that like hurt my feelings or upset me, and it's like, I know that they didn't necessarily mean it intentionally, but then like I will like be like, I'm upset, I'm this, and then I can't enjoy something.
Yeah, and then like, they don't care, so all you're really doing is hurting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, I mean, it depends on how like unhealthy. You're saying toxic. To me, when someone says toxic, I'm like, okay, this is like toxic.
But I think that's a word that people throw around, like gaslight. Like, everyone throws around the word gaslight.
Yeah, y'all don't even understand the fucking definition.
So I mean, I guess it like really depends on how toxic. If it's really, really bad, yeah, go find like who isn't toxic and like nourish those friendships.
That is my advice. Get new friends. In high school, there's a lot of other people in your classes. Yeah. Like, go find other friends, or have no friends. That's what I did. Like,
online friends too.
I cut off so many people in high school. Like, oh, this friendship isn't working out, bye. Like,
and that's the other thing, is like, you have to remember, like, I think that this is something that like everyone always told me when I was in high school, but it wasn't until after leaving high school that I fully like lived it and realized it. None of the popularity, none of the clicks, none of the like who's cool, none of the embarrassing things fucking matter, because we all go our own ways, and you will see like maybe 1 or 2 of these people in the grocery store, but everyone from high school is now just like a meme to me. Like, it's just people that I meme with, like my other friend with, that like we know from high school.
When you're in high school and you're seeing the same people every day,
it's intense.
It feels like that's all that matters. Like, this is going to be everything forever. But yeah, that's my biggest advice. Get new friends if you can. And remember, it's temporary. High school is so temporary.
Yeah. It's just, high school just sucks. Like, it's just like a thing you have to kind of like
get through, but try and have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, once you're done, once you're out, bliss.
Yeah,
pure
honestly.
Bliss and quiet.
And I just graduated college a year ago. Even more bliss, like orgasmic bliss.
I'm going back to college in the summer. I'm like,
yeah, good luck, girly. But I love that for you. You're studying fashion design.
Fashion design. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, next advice question is, how do you work up the courage to ask someone out? I think they feel the same way, but I'm not sure. What was your experience getting together with Josh? So mention my boyfriend Josh.
Me, I am not even going to speak on this one because I never ask anybody out.
See, so you just wait for them to ask you.
Yeah, that's how I am. Because in my head, I'm like, if they're not going to ask me, they're not worth that.
All right.
But it's really just me being like too scared to like shoot my shot.
Okay. Well, for my experience with Josh, he actually asked me out and I declined the first time, which is how you keep them coming back, babes. But I just declined for a variety of reasons. It's just like we were not ready to date. Like, it was the first time we kissed. He pulled out, he pulled away. Sorry, that was not the right word choice.
He pulled out.
He pulled out. It was our first
kiss.
We were like making out for the first time. He pulled away and was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" I was like, "You're just asking me to be your girlfriend because we just kissed. Like, you just feel some obligation to date me or something?" No, like, no thanks. Try again later. And I fully expected like after that he would just like, I would not hear from him again, you know, because Josh was a fuckboy at the time, and I was fresh out of a long-term relationship, and I just like wanted something fun. I was like freshman in high school. I was like, I just want to like do the crazy thing, make out with boys, whatever. So I wasn't looking for anything serious. He asked me out. I said no, and I fully expected him to just fuck off. But no, he didn't. He stayed consistent. So then a few weeks later, I was like, okay, I'm feeling like ready. You can ask me out now. So I kind of did initiate it, but it's not the same as like going up to someone on your own. I don't remember if I've ever like asked someone out, but I've definitely made the first move on people. And I feel like literally
you just have to do it. Like, really,
what's the worst that can happen? I know everyone says that, but literally, what is the worst that can happen? They say no. Your life is the exact fucking same. You find a new crush.
Well, yeah, this is where like I tell the like I can tell you like, yeah, just like you just have to deal with it and go do it no matter how anxious
but it's
it is.
scary.
But I also am still learning to do that. So it's like obviously like don't feel bad if you like are anxious about it, because it's like I am too. I can sit here and I can tell you this and I know that that's the truth, but it's like it is hard and difficult. But yeah, literally worst case scenario, they say no, and like maybe you're embarrassed for a little bit, but then it's like come down the line in literally a week or a month or a year, you're not even gonna like, it's not even gonna matter.
Yeah. And honestly, I think, and this specific person, they did mention it was a guy. Like, I know this is a girl and a guy because I can tell from whatever.
Yes.
So like if it's a girl with a guy, the guys respect girls that like put themselves out there. Like they think it's hot. So don't think that they're gonna be like, ew, you know, like even if they say no, they'll probably be like, that was cool though. That, because I remember Josh said that. Like Josh was like, in high school, I knew a lot of girls liked me, but none of them like had the galls to come up and ask me anything on this. So they'd send their friends to be like, oh, my friend likes you. And Josh was always just like, that would turn me off immediately. Like, come and talk to me yourself. It goes a long way. So, but it doesn't have to be like some fucking romantic gesture. You don't have to do a promposal level proposal. You could just be like, hey, we've been hanging out a lot. We've been, you know, whatever. I think I'm starting to like develop feelings. Like, how do you feel? Are you interested in like something like that, or just friends? You know, like bring it up super casually.
Literally.
The guy will probably respect you for it. And worst that can happen, he's like, oh, we're just friends. And you'll be like, okay, cool. That's totally fine.
Yeah. And like literally on like gay Tinder, like gay dating apps, this is like a dynamic epidemic, is that I feel like I match with all these people that I think are cute, but then neither of us reach out or message each other, so nothing comes from it.
Yeah.
And like if one of us would have sent, like when I get sent a message, like usually, like I mean I'm bad at responding, so if you are watching
he's
this
awful.
and you have sent me a message on Tinder and I've matched with you, chances are I probably do think you're cute. I just am the worst at responding. But
literally, don't take it personal. He doesn't even respond to his family.
Literally at all. But it's like, I don't know, like I guess for me it's like you just have to shoot your shot, and then like bring it up casually. I feel like in like the adult world, like really it's like being like, hey, like I think you're cute, like do you want to maybe go on a date? That's not like this like embarrassing, oh, he likes me.
Yeah, like we're not 12.
Not like that.
We're not 12.
It's very just like more like, no, okay, well,
as long as you're respectful about it,
be nice.
We're
like,
all adults
nice.
here.
Yeah,
we're all adults.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope. You know, they didn't
this
specify.
This is an 18 plus podcast.
It's true, actually, it is. So, I'm going to assume we're all adults. Even that high schooler, they're 18. You know, they're about to graduate.
Yeah.
Okay. I am very insecure when it comes to relationships. I always feel like I'll mess up one way or another, or that they'll grow tired of me. How do you have any advice on how to overcome that insecurity?
Therapy.
You're so right for that one. You need to have self-respect. You need to like yourself. You need to be confident in yourself. You don't have to be the hottest motherfucker. You don't need to think that you're like sexy. You don't need to, but you need to be like, I'm funny.
You do need to think you're sexy.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like,
everyone should think that.
But like, you shouldn't be like comparing yourself to like fucking Bella Hadid. You know, like, you don't have to be hot. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to be anything to deserve respect. So respect yourself and know, like, who cares if these people change and they grow tired of you and they don't want you anymore? Then you deserve better. Bye.
And I have watched a lot of my friends be insecure about relationships and get into relationships and then become codependent on these people. And yeah, it ends up just being more of a worse situation than before. That's another thing, and the reasons like why like I feel like I'm confident in like not being in a relationship, because I personally feel like I need to like be settled, like know who I am as my own person before I'm gonna bring someone else into my life that close. Because if you're not, you just mesh and morph like a chameleon into the other person.
Yep.
And I've had I've lost so many freaking friends to that exact thing, and then they stay in these toxic relationships because they're insecure and they don't feel like they can't leave, like, and it just is this bad cycle. You gotta like deal with the insecurity, deal with that on its own, then get into dating is my
100.
opinion.
Yep, I agree 100%. We're not gonna sugarcoat it, and people love to be like, you can help me through my problems.
No, that's bad. Ew.
Fix your insecurities and your problems with yourself before you are dating people.
And on the other hand,
because insecurity finds insecurity.
Yes.
Hurt people find other hurt people, and then it just ends up being toxic and unhealthy. And your partner shouldn't have to like walk around eggshells to like make sure you're okay with your insecurities of yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not a healthy basis for a relationship. You need to work on your own personal insecurity before you're being serious and dating people.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was gonna say is, on the other hand, if you're dating someone who's like that, like, it's hard because like, you know, like
you love them, you care about them, but it's better to let them go.
You gotta, like, I think you gotta put yourself first always.
Always.
Like, obviously you have to care and like love and like have like empathy towards other people, and like you can be empathetic without like destroying who you are and destroying your sense of self. So I think like above everything, work on yourself first.
Yep.
All of that should come a lot easier after.
Yeah, I agree. Work on your insecurities. You need to feel confident in yourself when you're alone by yourself, because a relationship should be an additive. It should be helping.
Yes.
It should be, what is this person adding to my life? They make me laugh. I like spending time with them. I'm comfortable with them. If it's adding problems to your life, dating them, you're always worried. That's not really what a relationship should be. You need to feel happy, complete, and full without a relationship.
Yes.
To have a healthy one.
And that doesn't go without like saying that like all relationships are gonna have ups and downs and have struggles you're gonna have to work through.
Like everyone's always growing and working on themselves.
Yes.
But like for a baseline, insecurity and self-respect, you need like a good amount of it.
And if you're already not in a relationship and you're nervous about that gonna happen, like you should definitely work on that before you get in one.
Yeah. And as far as like where the insecurity comes from, what it stems from, you know,
that's a therapist's job.
Yeah. 100%. But just remember, like sometimes there are days when I feel like I look fugly and I'm just I'm not feeling good. I'm not funny. I'm fucking PMSing and I'm moody, but I still remember on those days, I still deserve respect. I still deserve to be happy, and I'm still a bad bitch.
We are all bad
even
bitches.
On our bad days.
Everyone listening to this podcast, you who just wrote this in, everyone, we are all the baddest of bitches, and so not forget that.
Yeah, get back to that bad bitch mentality, then look for a relationship.
Exactly.
Okay, this one I feel like Joe will have some advice for. How to heal over a best friend breakup.
So I've had a few of these. I've been through.
Me too.
I've been through.
We've all had our fair share. They suck. First of all, they're fucking rough.
They are really hard. And I think that like I had a big one a few years ago that I really struggled with. And honestly, I mean, like, short answer, like listen to like some Lorde probably. But
Lorde is a good one.
Like Solar Power by Lorde in the summer, like that will just heal you from anything. But I think that like at the end of the day, like I feel like with a lot of my friends, I'm a very outgoing person. Like I'm someone who's like, I'm always hanging out with people.
You're an extrovert.
I'm always
for
doing
sure.
stuff. Yeah, very extroverted. And so I got nervous, I guess, when I like had these friendship breakups, that like I kind of felt like I lost a lot of myself. But what I realized now post is that I kind of was losing myself in those relationships as well. And so it was like, I think the biggest part of me in order to be able to get through a friendship breakup was to redefine and figure out who I am again and like refine myself.
Who you are now that they are not in your life anymore.
Exactly. And then looking back on my life, finding those who have been there for me, have cared about me, have treated me right, and then nurturing those friendships.
I agree. Shift your focus away from being like dreading and reminiscing on that relationship, and instead pour that energy into the relationships you still have.
Yeah.
For me also with mine, usually like it's everyone says that, but like time heals wounds, you know?
Yeah.
But initially I have to just remember all the bad shit. Why did you break up?
Yeah.
I will sit there and wallow in the fuck you, anger, hurt, so that I'm not reminiscing on the good times and feeling fucking depressed. Like sometimes you gotta remind yourself they fucked up, or like it broke up because they were an asshole, or they did this, or you know, remind yourself of all the bullshit before the breakup.
Literally.
Stay in that anger stage until time eventually is like, okay, you can let it go and be mature about it. But initially, sometimes you need to hold on to that anger to avoid depression.
And healing is not linear. Like I think that like I would literally like have a day where I was like so pissed at the person, and then the next day I was like, oh, I miss them, and then the next day I'm not even thinking about them, and I'm like, this is the best day of my life, like I'm slaying. And then like the next day I see like a memory, or like, you know, like something pops up on my timeline of them, and then I'm like, I'm upset about it again. So know that it's like gonna come with time. Unfollowing is a big one.
Yes,
I held on to
cold turkey.
Yeah, one of my friends, I held on to not unfollowing them for so long because I was like just so upset about it. And unfollowing it, like unseeing their stuff, like it just helps because you're not gonna like think about it. And I think that like one thing that I still love and I still care about those people. They were still a big part of my life, like in growing and like in my like where I got to today. And it's like, but I can also understand that they did treat me wrong in some situations. So I think eventually you'll get to a point where it's like I can care from that or care about them from a distance.
Yep.
And also like the other thing is like,
but I think initially it's too fresh.
Yes, like
you need to just
hate on them in the beginning, like cut
them off cold turkey, block them or unfollow. Don't look at their shit.
Write mean shit about them in your journal.
Like almost every friendship breakup I've had, we will like unfollow each other on everything. I'm super angry at first, really in my hurt and my feelings, and then like months or a year or whatever later, like we'll see each other again or something will happen, and like, or one will reach out and just be like, hey, oh my gosh, like hope you're doing well, sorry about everything, and we'll refollow each other and like be like just like acquaintances.
Yeah.
But like initially it's like you need to just cut it off.
There's different levels to friendship. Like people need to like, you don't have to be best friends with everybody.
Exactly. And if you're not the type of person that's gonna like check their socials and shit, then whatever. But like if you are gonna be like checking up on them, seeing what they're doing, it's just gonna hurt you more. Block it out.
Literally a few months ago, I had a friend from like high school that like reached out to me and was like, hey, like I'm still like, you know.
You did. You had a friendship breakup that
tried to come back.
Yeah.
And I initially was like, maybe I will. And then after thinking about it, I was like, no, I've grown from this. I've learned from this. I wish that person the best, but it's like.
But it's not necessary for you to rekindle. Like you I've come to closure with it.
Yeah, like I'm fine.
And
with
at this point, you're not in the position to like try and make them like the only reason they were coming to you was to make themselves feel better. And that's not your job.
Fine. Exactly.
If you're fine, you're fine.
But like, yeah,
that's
if
like
it was
the thing
months
about
ago,
like
I probably would have came back to the toxic relationship. So like,
yeah,
look at it as a whole picture and really, just like deal with the emotions, feel the emotions. You can't hide from those emotions.
Yeah.
Like you got to feel the sad, you got to feel the angry, and then eventually with time, like you'll grow.
Yeah. You'll grow.
You'll look back one day and be like, wow, look how much I've grown. Look how much I learned from it.
Yes. Okay. My boyfriend is intensely religious and I'm the opposite. Advice to work around it.
Ooh. That is one, because for me, that is like personally, if I date someone,
immediately
they can't be religious. Like that is like fully like for me, like a what's
a deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
Well, here's the thing. I studied psychology. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology. And that's like psychology 10-10 fucking day 2 like shit where they are like for romantic relationships to be happy and healthy and work out long term. Typically, your core morals, values, and beliefs need to be similar. And now that doesn't mean that like you have to necessarily always have the same exact religious views, right? But like, for example, my boyfriend and Josh and I was raised in the LDS cult. Yes, give it up for the LDS cult. Woo!
Mormon.
We were raised Mormon and now we are like completely out of the religion.
Done.
And I am super like agnostic, atheist. I just don't like religion is just not for me. But Josh, he was not raised Mormon. He was actually raised like Catholic, like loose, like very chill. Like religion wasn't really a big thing in his household growing up. But I think he believes in some sort of higher power, but he's not like religious. You know, so even though our values aren't exactly the same on what we think about religion isn't a big thing that matters to us. So it doesn't matter. Whereas like politically, we care a lot about politics. So our politics need to be aligned.
Connect.
So if your boyfriend's intensely religious and you are absolutely not, I'm going to be so honest, babe. You'd be happier with someone else.
Yeah, and also then it like gets into other issues, like eventually if you and your boyfriend got married and had children, how are you going to raise those
How
children?
do you raise the children? How do you, if you even want children, what does like a marriage look like in the religion versus out? Like, what does a relationship look like? Family dynamics are going to be like, the family might not approve because you're not I dealt with that so much growing up. Like when we finally did leave the church, I was like 11, 12 was when we kind of stopped going. And it was like crazy going from having these friends and going over to their houses or whatever to no longer being allowed to hang out with my friends because their parents knew that we left the church or whatever. Like church, like religion can, like if they're intensely religious like that, it's just save yourself the hurt, babe.
Yeah. And I think it's like, like I have like religious friends, like, obviously like growing up Mormon, like living in like whatever.
I feel like being friends with other people of different beliefs and values is important actually.
Yes, true.
And like good, but a relationship.
Well, yeah, and it's also like those friends, like as I said, like I really treat like my best friend, like we would like agree and we're gonna like be on that same page with that.
Yeah,
these are more distant friends that I can hang out with and like I live for and I like love and I'm gonna hang out with them. But it's like
you can't be as close to them,
like, best friends with them. So I guess it really comes down to how religious is he and
well,
how
she
not
said
religious
intensely
are you?
religious.
And so if she's not at all,
and then I'm the opposite, like opposites. That's what I'm saying, babe. Don't opposites attract is not fucking true when it comes to core beliefs, morals, and values. And religion is a core belief, moral, and value.
Yeah,
you need. For me, it's like religion, politics, your beliefs on sex, your beliefs on like how you want to raise a just family, overall, like, morals, what you want, if you want a family, like those things need to be aligned for the most part. There are things you can work around, but I don't know if religion is something you can unless you're trying to convert, babe.
No, and that's the thing is that I think also then like, people can like, I feel like, like you could either be like, oh, I can like change him or like vice versa.
Don't try that.
It's never going to work. It's never going to happen.
Because you can't change anyone. Actually, that person needs to want to change.
Exactly. So yeah, honestly, like I know that's not what you want to hear, but
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know how great that's gonna work out.
That's the advice I would give my bestie. That's the advice I would give myself. If I ever started talking to somebody and I found out that they had a different, very different religious beliefs to mine or political beliefs or anything like that, like I just would know that it's not gonna work out. Not you opening
no one cancel me.
Your plastic water bottle.
I'm not.
Like just imagine that was a boo.
I'm like,
sound.
guys, no one cancel me. I promise that I literally never use these ever.
Yeah, why don't you bring a hydro flask?
I don't even know where my hydro flask went, but I have a water bottle that
I'm a Stanley girly.
At work. My roommate has this little shout out plug, Sippy So tumblers. It's his dad's company, and that's like what I use. It's like supposed to be like the best thing to put your soda in. Glass straw.
Hashtag not sponsored.
No,
by
literally
the way.
not at all. They like slay, and I got one, and they were great, and I usually use that. But
if they want to sponsor us,
at my house last night, except at my dad's.
Hit our email scherbelsiblings@gmail.com if you want to sponsor us. Though first sponsors of the pod, who's it going to be?
Yes.
No one.
I hope our first sponsors of the pod are
manifesting our first pod sponsors.
I hope it's like prep for like sex.
Truvada,
because I need it.
I don't know if they're sponsoring podcasts. Are they?
They sponsored Sasha Colby. They can sponsor our podcast. Discovery per prep. I always get the ads.
Putting us like in. They're like. They sponsored Sasha, so that means they can sponsor ours. Is crazy. Like
I'm like,
you're like we're so on the same level.
I'm like, well, Red Bull.
I would love a Red Bull would be a good one. Yeah. Joe's gonna have a heart attack and kidney stones at 45 because he drinks
multiple Red Bulls a day.
We've been talking about it. Like you need to get it together
for like 2 days.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm trying to make sure you don't die.
And I know it's bad, and I'll do it eventually.
I drink energy drinks, so like I'm not gonna be that like. I'm not that girly sitting here being like, I only drink water, like judging you because I drink Red Bulls like every once in a while, but like one a day, babe.
Did you ever see that like video of that Monster Energy like thinking it was like it's 666? It's like Satan.
The conspiracy theories about it.
That was the funniest.
That's so hilarious.
We should bring that back.
What do you mean terrorizing like middle-aged moms? That Monster Energy is like satanic.
Yeah, like let's just bring her back. Like. I should go as that girl for Halloween. Well, I should go for the candle girl.
What candle girl?
The girl that's like, you didn't have my candle at like.
At Bath and Body Works. Oh, that is YouTube royalty.
Mm-hmm. That's everything.
Sorry if you don't know what we're talking about.
If you don't know, just literally Google it's like
Bath and Body Works ranch.
Candles, girl. Like you literally will see it. Like you will literally know what we're talking about.
She's just a Karen. She was the first Karen. Like she
Karen.
pioneered Karenism.
Good for her.
I love that for
the
her.
Joseph Smith of Karen.
She is so. You're actually technically, if we're being so honest, you are most likely named after Joseph Smith.
No, literally. I'm like, okay, fuck you. That's your fault.
Okay, so here's the story.
It's your fucking fault.
They're like, what? The story is when my mom was pregnant with Joe, we were still Mormon at the time. Like we were still in the church. Like I was 3 years old. So, bitch, I don't remember this. Like I didn't gain consciousness, but your name was originally going to be Alex. Jason would be your middle name, and then AJ.
So AJ, yeah.
That was like the plan.
First name Alex.
Last name, whatever. I can't even.
First name Alex. Last name slay ass bitch ass hoe.
Okay, so he was
New
gonna be
name.
Alex slay ass bitch ass hoe. Welcome to the stage, Alex slay ass bitch ass hoe.
I'm slay ass bitch. I'm Alex. It's actually Joey J, but whatever. That's a gay ass bitch.
Okay.
If you know your Drag Race tea, you know what I'm talking about.
So you were gonna be named Alex. And then I assume I went to like primary school, went to church, and we learned about Joseph Smith. And I just started incessantly calling him Baby Joseph, Baby Joseph, Baby Joseph, Baby Joseph. And I was so fucking persistent that my parents changed your name.
Yeah, literally for that. And then
I think you're probably named after Joseph Smith by me. Not on purpose.
And thankfully, I'm so grateful that Haley picked Joseph and the nickname for Joseph is Joe. So all of high school, I could be tormented with Joe Mama jokes. Literally the worst. It was like so bad. Because like people would be like, I heard Joe's talking shit about you. And people would think I was talking shit about them. And then they'd be like, Joe Mama.
Okay.
And I had this guy.
If your name was Alex or AJ, like they would have found something else.
Oh, also, is anyone on TikTok Reels right now and sees all those videos where it's like, this initial has diarrhea? They're all J. They're literally every single one of them is J. And I thought it was just my For You page.
It's because
I thought it knew.
J names are like the main character, you know, like you always hear the girlies be like, stay away from the J names.
Yeah, but it's literally, there was one that was like, this person has mouth herpes and I always get sores in my mouth. I think I'm allergic to jalapenos and that's why I think I get them is because like I still eat them. But I was like, I have mouth herpes. It knows.
Okay, no.
But mouth herpes is like different than like sex herpes. Like it's a different thing. It's like there's 2 types of herpes. I took 1 year of medical anatomy and physiology.
Sorry, if you're audio listening, I'm just cracking up on the verge of tears at this herpes.
But it's literally like it's a different thing.
Yeah,
like,
right. Cold sores and like genital warts are not the fucking same. You're right.
But I probably
And
have mouth herpes. Instagram diagnosis.
Well, I get thank you for that ASMR moment. People just like immediately stopped listening,
like,
turned it
this.
off, blocked us. Because some people hate ASMR. Like I feel like you have to trigger warn. Like this is
they
ASMR.
hate ASMR, but then they love slime videos. That's always it. I'm like, that's literally ASMR.
No, mom today, literally, as I was setting up, we were filming at my mom's studio. I was setting up and mom was like,
Studio.
she doesn't have a studio. We're just in her basement.
Hence the orange couches that wash me out.
Okay. Joe was like, sorry, we didn't have budget.
Maybe after our Discovery prep sponsorship, then we can afford blue couches on behalf of Discovery for prep.
I love that you're manifesting this. But no, I was talking to mom and she was like, fuck, now I like forgot what I was going to say. Like, this is the problem. You need to let me finish. What were we talking about? Herpes.
Jane, names. Our names. Because then Haley tried to name our youngest sibling Marigold.
Marigold.
And that didn't cut it. That didn't make it through the cut. That mom was like, no. Nuh-uh. Marigold. Mm-mm. But Marigold, isn't Marigold's Geo's birth flower?
Yeah, so I was a fucking psychic. I was a psychic baby. Literally, no, I was a one-hit wonder on the baby names. But when they were pregnant with, who is now Geo, when they were pregnant with Geo, I tried test driving Marigolds. And I was like 4. Like Geo was born like a year after you. So I was like 4 years old. I don't remember this, but I don't know where I got Marigold from. But then when Gio was born, we discovered like years later that their birth flower is marigold. And I do have marigolds now tattooed on me. I have all my family's birth flowers tattooed. But yeah, I was a fucking psychic. I knew Gio was going to be born on Halloween.
Yeah, because deciding that you want your younger sibling to be named Marigold is the equivalent of psychic reading that they're going to be born on Halloween. Because that is the same
I'm sorry.
thing.
1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4.
Then what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is this? Ask
What the fuck is
4-year-old.
this?
Ask 4-year-old May. But oh my gosh. Well, now that I've cried.
I know. How many cries can we do per podcast?
Yeah.
At least one tear
let's
needs to be shed every podcast episode.
One tear every. I mean, I'm a crier. Like happy cry, sad cry, angry cry, stressed cry. So, but Joe gets me laugh cry. I laugh cried literally before the podcast when we were at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
We were at Olive Garden. Yeah, we're not gonna go into all that. It would take a lot of backstory, but
yeah, it would. But I only cry when it's like the dumbest shit. Like
if it's important and you
like
don't.
a relative will die and I'm like at their funeral and I'm like I can't cry. But then it's like I'm in the car and I like will literally be listening to a song and I'm like, what if I was just wrote this song and I was in the car with I always this is
no, I do that all the time. I
think of this Gabby Hanna video. There's a video of Gabby Hanna and she's showing her music to like Liza Koshy and all the girls and they're sitting in their car and she's like playing it for them and then she's like, that's my song, and they're like, this is your song.
Oh yes,
and I always fake that I'm having that moment. Like I always just think of that video and pretend that I'm living that moment when I'm by myself in the car and I'll start like bawling. I'm like, this is my song.
Oh my god, you're sitting there listening to Nude by Radiohead. You're like, I wrote that.
No, but it's more like it's like random ass songs where it's like
it's Crazy
Doja
Frog
Cat. And I'm like literally like I wrote this.
Honestly, yeah, like that's my shit. You're crying.
No, literally, or like I'll cry like on the dumbest literally just like the dumbest shit.
I also cry on the dumb shit, but I cry at the serious shit too. I cry at everything. So I'm a Pisces. You should be
Pisces, come rock.
Pisces sun, Aries moon, Aqua rising, bitch.
Oh, let's do like big six.
Okay.
I think because I'm like the girlies who know it. So you can go first.
Okay.
I probably have to double pull up my chart.
Pisces sun, Aries moon, Aqua rising.
Aqua? Is that what it's
Aquarius.
like the girls call it? It's aqua?
I don't know. Sure. I just shortened it. Sure. Yeah. That's what the girlies are saying. And then I am a Aquarius Venus, an Aries Mars, and a Pisces Mercury. So I'm literally just Pisces, Aries, Aqua times 2.
Oh, I think I'm like
I have
all
no Earth
over the place.
If you're an Earth, that's why I love Earth signs. I have no Earth in my chart.
I can't stand Earth signs because I'm like boring.
Earth signs keep me grounded. My dad's an Earth sign. My boyfriend of 7 years is an Earth sign. I need someone to like keep me on the fucking Earth, bitch. Because love that for me.
Maybe I don't like air.
I don't like air either. That's my least favorite.
Like
sorry
the
about
Earth,
it. Sorry,
like,
not sorry. Geminis are air signs. Nick.
No, literally.
Thank you,
Well,
Nick.
and Libra's my sister's sign, but whatever. But I'm like all of the like Earth signs that I shit on also have like hella big air placements, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't judge it's like you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a bitch by their sun sign.
Yeah, you have to know the full chart.
You gotta know the full chart.
You have to. Okay, so my sun is the baby of the zodiac, the Aries, the number one, the best of the best.
Okay, and the Pisces is the oldest. We're 12.
Yeah,
we have the most explore the wise grandma, and you're the little baby, clueless, stupid little dumbass. I like.
Let's get into all of Pisces' bad traits. Let me pull up a list. I'm like, damn, she's coming for me.
Aries goes on fire.
You're hating on yourself, and this is your moon sign. So
no, I like that's. Sorry, I was just about to say I love Aries.
So Aries sun, this one's my superpower, my Leo rising. We probably could have guessed that. That one's the baddest bitch.
I'm eye rolling for the audio listeners.
And then I have a Cancer moon sign. My
water moon, that is a lot.
Okay, but then
I love
have a Pisces Venus, which
I love that because I'm an Aquarius Venus, but like I feel like I'm such a lovey-dovey person that I'm just like kind of like sometimes I'm like that doesn't make sense to me. Love a water Venus. No, that's beautiful.
Live for that. And then I am a Taurus Mercury, which I also think is really good.
Yeah, Taurus, Earth sign for communicating is good.
No, and then
I'm a Pisces Mercury, which makes so much fucking sense to me.
I have Capricorn Mars.
Boring. My Aries Mars, sexy.
Okay, but like intense and crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just my sun sign.
But also sexy.
I need a boring placement to even out all the other placements. Like.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need any more seasoning. Okay, well, that was, I think that's it. I think
that was everything.
This is great. Loved it. Thank you for fucking crunching your water bottle loud as shit.
My plastic water bottle.
That's embarrassing.
I just watched the Mario movie, so now I'm like, fuck the turtles. Let's kill them all. Fuck you, Bowser. I watched it yesterday. But Daisy wasn't in it. I was literally pissed. Okay, that's another story.
Yeah, because Peach is the batter bitch. Anyway.
But Daisy's like butch. She slays.
We do love Daisy. I just heard, it's funny because
like Peach is like, everyone, and Daisy's like, like it's like, yes, baddie.
Thank you for that.
She's the girl for the brunettes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a brunette, but I'm still a Peach girly.
Well, I live for Peach too, but I wish Daisy was also in it, and Daisy's also my birth flower.
Thank you for just jugging that in. Okay. All right, well, that's it. Everyone.
That's the end. It's time to end this.
Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. Make sure if you're on Spotify, you like the podcast, rate us 5 stars, all that good shit. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe.
But only comment nice things. Or if you're going to comment hate, it better be a good ass read.
I think
if you're going to comment hate, it
whatever
can't be
you
stupid.
want.
Like if you comment and you're like bad, okay, at least come up with an insult.
Okay, it'll help the algorithm. Don't discourage them from commenting.
Comment us 1 nice comment, 1 mean comment, and 1 neutral comment.
Thank you. Okay, we'll see you next time.
And a few emojis.
All right. Bye.
Love this music.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.